Party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve and Los. Rumble Aldo NICE is the uncle.
I'm about to run it about resume. I ain't talking about professional resume, so you can leave the little tap dancing shoes in the closet. Side note, so many people climb on that little ladder, and in most situations, it don't lead to a pretty place. But that's a whole different conversation for a different day. I'm talking about personal resume, bruh. The one you can't doctor up. And with this just brings me to my next point. You know, I sit back and I find, people's situations be changing in life. And, God willing, it be changing for the better. But with that, I find people be getting forgetful. So let me throw some things in perspective, bruh. So if you was, found yourself once upon a time being the run or the go live, you got to remember, bruh, even though current day you might have gave your life to the Lord and you just living a whole new life, you still got that on your resume, bruh. If you was just a little punk ass little dude who used to get punched on, slap on, and all that type of stuff, it don't matter if you all on the gym now, you're on your Billy Blanks tire Boeing in the gym, you're a whole new person. You got to remember you got them chinks in your armor. If you used to just deal with subpar women, about average, below average, just all right women. Nowadays, you got, some more cuter women, some that's above average. You got to remember that shit that used to be in your Rolodex. Yeah, that's on that resume. So with all of this, bruh, if you never forget your personal resume, bruh, this will help you stay grounded, help you stay level-headed, and the main thing, you gotta know to know where you're going, bro. You gotta know where you came from, bro.
I say, whoa! Welcome to the Best Friend Weekend podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Rog Smuve.
It's your boy Los, aka C.A.P.
Hey man, we all got resumes. Your personal resume. I mean,
hey, I agree. You're not wrong when you're right. I mean, only thing I disagree with is if you used to date. I think you used to date subpar women or regular chicks, and now you got your bad thing. That's called evolution to me. I just think you just grew up and you just steady was on the incline instead of decline.
So you don't think that's the same thing about people getting beat up in middle school? That's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree with the notion of having a resume, but I completely disagree. If this was what he was saying, that you can't change your resume. So it might still be on there, but just like with my professional resume, if I got fired from a job 10 years ago, I'm probably not going to put that on my resume.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of things. It depends on what you're trying to do, though. If you're trying to date, then all of your dating experience, all of your dating jobs need to go on your resume. I'm saying, like
they might need to, but they don't all have to.
They don't. But then what they gonna ask? So what's happening with that gap between 2014 and 2016?
Who was that bitch?
What happened?
Who was that bitch?
I didn't have an old lady. So why didn't you have an old lady?
Yeah.
Why weren't you in a relationship?
What were you doing?
I just think I would start my resume off at I wasn't dating. I would start my resume off. So if I went from subpar women to fine women, I would start off the day that I started dating fine women
on your resume. But the thing about this resume, this personal resume that Rumble is speaking of, that I think is the most. I mean, I don't know. I think it's the thing that you need to think. I mean, that he's kind of alluding to, is that that's on your resume.
Oh, yes.
Like,
yes.
Regardless if you put it on your resume. Regardless if you put it on your resume or not, if you used to be a little freak, you was a freak. Like, even if it ain't on your resume, you're aware.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Yeah. But does it work in reverse, though? Like, say if you was the man in high school and, you had all the bad things and then you fell off.
In high school, you was the man, homie.
Man, homie. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy about that? I feel like people that still try to live off that gas, like that's the exact opposite. I'm mad at you for having that on your resume.
Okay, can you?
Like if you was bad in high school, if you was a bad chick in high school and you didn't got, you know what I'm saying? You eating sour pots and whatnot.
Sloppyton.
You can't have bad chick on your resume no more.
We always say that old saying that, the skinny get fine, the fine get fat, and the fat get funky. I mean, like it's true, but it works just like what you guys were saying about a resume. Like if you say, "Hey, what's up with that gap between 2014 and 2016?" You walk into somewhere to get a job right now, and you say, "Oh yeah, between 1998 and 2002, I was what's up."
The like, CEO.
What they gonna look at you like when you bringing that resume into a job right now? They're gonna be like, "What you been doing for the last 18 years?" Like,
yeah. So okay. I see. That's nice. So what happened? So what happened?
So what's So tell us the story.
Yeah. I think that's always funny when you go home. You know, when I go home, or and you always see people. Everybody want to talk about high school. It's always those guys who always want to relive high school when they was a shit. You know what I'm saying? And now they done fell off and they pooed at it now. And now they want to talk about high school for 40 hours nonstop. Like you be like, come on, bro.
I think I had a good understanding of that as a kid. That growing up in a small town, low income housing, all the rest of that, New Iberia, growing up there, I always had a unique understanding of that this ain't it. Like this isn't it. Like, not to say this ain't the shit, this ain't it. More so to say this ain't it, like this ain't the end. Like being cool here is not gonna do anything for me in the big picture. And I always knew that. Really like cool. I knew that growing up, I knew that at every step of the way. That I remember distinctly being in high school, being ready to get out of my hometown and be like, let me go do something live because this ain't it. And not everybody kind of has that. I mean, not more power to you if like growing up in high school was like your glory years. You met your wife there. Y'all been together. Y'all got beautiful kids who in their 20s now. Like y'all didn't set this life up and did the whole nine. Like that's what's up. That is one way to live life.
Just not my way. I knew as a sophomore in high school, I ain't gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna do this and do that." I knew I was trying to get up out of Louisiana. Period. I wasn't trying to stay in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually trying to stay in Louisiana until like I didn't realize that in high school. And granted, I had a little gas in high school, but I wasn't like big time athlete or nothing like that. I wasn't really thinking about like I didn't consider going to a college. No other college other than UL. Like I was complacent with Louisiana, with where I was at. And it took me probably until, moving to Denver to really like start to get that itch, or right before I moved to Denver, to get that itch to be like where y'all was in high school, to be like, I gotta get out of here. This ain't it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like at a young age, it kind of was like, it made sense. Like, but I think you have to applaud my parents, and I think that Los, you probably have a similar experience in that way, that my parents exposed me to a lot of things that was like, you're going to this program here, or we're going to take a trip to look at this university here, or you're gonna whatever. So it's like I knew in high school I'm not gonna make less than a B on anything because I want to have a high GPA so that I can go to college wherever I want to go to college, because I'm watching Real World on TV and like, ooh, I'm gonna go to a dorm. It's gonna be the chicks from all over the country. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, like I had in my head like
everything you're saying.
College
like
gonna be live.
Being at Howard homecoming. You know what I'm saying? My dad a referee at Howard. I'm like, oh my god! Look at. I'm in 10th grade looking at. Oh my god! Then just traveling around the United States and you see other. I'm like, oh yeah.
I want to be in the step show. Like all of that. Like when I was in middle school, I'm not middle school, but definitely high school. I was like, I want that stuff. Like, so it was kind of a different thing.
Looks so fun.
Yeah, the resume is gonna have like a little bit of glow up characteristics. But what's funny is when Rumble said it that way, I think there is a statute of limitations on a lot of things. We running up, me and Los both 20-year high school reunion. Like, it really don't matter the first 17 when we've been out of school for 20. Like, you know what I mean? We've been living a whole nother life since the longer of a life, if that makes sense. 20 years as opposed to 17, 18 in high school. So it's kind of like,
The funny part, I've been in Houston longer than I've been in Louisiana.
That part, right? Right? Like,
that's crazy.
Like, I mean, you could go applaud and be like, hey, look, you won the first 17. I'm gonna go ahead on and take the next 50. So you go ahead on.
I'm gonna take the next 50. Do your thing, my boy. You did that.
But I mean, it's an interesting thing, and I think we all agree that a strong beginning resume is not dope if you have a terrible ending one. And you know what's crazy? When I'm thinking about this, I'm extrapolating it a little bit over something I heard recently talking about NFL and NBA players, how they're a lot of times out of the league at a young age. And I follow Gilbert Arenas, like, because he's funny, No Chill Gil or whatever. Yeah. That boy had to be out of the league before he was 30. Meaning that at some point down the line, at 65 years old, somebody gonna walk up and be like, yeah, my last 35 years was killing you. You know what I mean? Like your first 30 was probably dope. Because
you got to realize No Chill Gil really don't have no chill, so he really don't do nothing. Like, that man said he made, he was talking about how he made $60 million sitting on his couch. Yeah. You know what I mean? So No Chill Gil really just out here just living. Like, he not, you know what I'm saying? He get up every day with no workout plan, no just waking up and then just go from there. Like, whatever,
Yeah, I'm wondering who this person is that will walk up to No Chill Gil and say, my last 30 was more live. Like, who is this?
Nigga, anybody who got a better job than No Chill Gil, and like, I mean, I think about people like
they 60 million. I mean, I don't know if he lost his money, but if I'm sitting on 60 million with no job, I feel like I'm living a pretty dope life.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's one way to think about it. But I think that a lot of times people like No Chill Gil, and I'm going to use him as a perfect example. There's another part that goes along with this being a celebrity in sports. Is that you're a celebrity in sports. It's like he's not doing anything. It's not like he going ball and people cheering for him. You know what I mean? Like the thing that he probably what's the word I'm looking for? His sense of self is probably tied up in basketball to an extent that, just chilling is one thing. But the example that I always like to think about is people like Bomani Jones. People like these other cats who be like the sports commentators. How the NFL players and the NBA players who they watched before now are like Jalen and Jacoby. Jacoby is just as important as Jalen, now. And in a lot of cases, Jacoby is probably more important than the other Fab Five people. Not Chris Webber maybe, but like some of those people who they jump into that profession and that's like the thing for former athletes, and the people who do it the whole time are better than them at it. Like, if that makes sense.
So it makes a lot of sense. Is it like a sense of how good my resume is based on how I feel about it or based on how other people feel about it?
And
because like if I'm No Chill Gil and I'm feeling good and I'm loving what I'm doing and I don't necessarily want to be on TV and all that, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, if we're looking at it from an outside perspective, I might say, damn, Jalen Rose is way more live than No Chill Gil because he's still relevant. I feel you. It's just two ways to look at it.
It's like, but the person I thought about, like Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson probably don't care because he out there bow hunting and doing all like
with his feet,
4-wheelers and shit.
Bow legged.
Bow hunting, bow legged with his
bow legged, bow hunting, bow
with a bow tie, huh?
Hanging out with his homeboy Neon Boldo. I know exactly what you're talking about.
His little son just had a botillion last week.
I think they all had to wear bow ties.
They say his favorite rapper is Bo Rider. But okay, look, the thing is, we got a whole bunch of different resume type things. We got a whole bunch of different.
I just had to say it.
Bow tie pasta. The thing is, these people got a whole bunch of different resumes, and I think it's interesting. I think Rumble hit it on the head that it's just that you have a resume and you got to look at it. And I think we kind of went a little bit left with that conversation. But, if people walk up with an old school resume that ain't really popping on nothing, I'm going to laugh because that type of thing is not what's up. Look, before we get into what burns my Boudin this week, I want to talk a little bit about some apologies from last week. So I'm going to just say this. We haven't been around multiple women in a while. Mm-hmm. So the three of us have probably been around women, but not been around like 5 and 6 and 7 and 10 women to where we're just really got our pulse on our hand on the pulse of what women are talking about. And we were called out last week by one of my homegirls, and she said last week's podcast was very male centric. and she said that we automatically took the game side of the story with the touching the bare vagina, and she quoted bare vagina. And she also said that we only talked about Steven Jackson's side of the story when his ex-fiance had some receipts on, that he's the one who wasn't signing the prenup, and he presented it to her the day before the wedding. So I just want to reiterate that I think the game absolutely did what they said he did. I think my thoughts on it just last week was that the compensation, should he be losing his business and or his business or his rap things, right? His rap label. Based upon that, no. I think if anything, then take him to criminal court if that's what it is, but not like, I just don't see that as a thing. I think that that's kind of a little sideways. And after looking at the court document, the documents old girl was putting up and everything, I still believe Steven Jackson. It's not that I think that his story is going to make him look better because he's telling the story, but I don't think her story of just, he just plopped it on me the day before the wedding. I don't think that's really
no, because when you had to draft up a prenup, the other person has to be there. I think both parties have to be there.
Also, the one thing I heard, Los, was that from what Al just said, was that he was the one that didn't want to sign the maybe I heard that wrong.
No. That he didn't present it to her till the day before the wedding.
Okay, I thought I heard you say that he didn't sign it.
Yeah, no,
he presented it to her.
He signed it, but he was like the day before or whatever. Maybe he didn't sign it. Whatever. Or I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he signed it. Of course he did. Because the whole problem was that she didn't want to sign the prenup. But
let me tell you, Steven Jackson is too. So about this whole thing, Steven Jackson either let's say if what she's saying is true, then where did this entire story come from? Did he just pull that entire story out of that?
That's what she's trying to say, that he's a liar and that it didn't happen.
Oh, wait, that's what your homegirl saying, that he's a liar? Or is that what the old girl saying?
That's what homegirl said that old girl said.
Okay.
And I went to old girl's page and she was saying all of that. She was like, I got receipts, and she had a picture of a thing. I don't know how factual that thing is. Anybody could have wrote up that document with those dates on it. Look, this is dated, whatever. That means it really happened. So, I don't know. Yeah. And maybe we don't.
I believe Steven Jackson. So what? Shit.
It's very men secure.
Yeah, that's very male dominant. All I'm gonna say is maybe I believe the lady in regards to what the game did to her. I don't necessarily believe Steven Jackson or that woman. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle, but I think the truth might be slanted a little bit towards what he's saying and not what she's saying. That's my personal belief. That's all I got. And that's my apology. But if y'all haven't already watched the Rachel Dolezal documentary on Netflix, that thing is okay.
Yeah, I read the book.
You one of the only 400 people who bought it.
Well, I got credits on Audible, so yeah. I got credits on Audible.
She went changing in Nkechi Amari Diallo. The whole thing
is old boy in her head. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just an interesting story. Who you calling old boy?
The dude she married.
Oh, well, my point is just that watching it, and I don't want to. I'm not gonna go deep into this. I just want y'all to watch it and consider this. Why are black women and LGBTQ black men or black women, trans men, women, the only people who seem to have a problem with her? That's all. It's not a lot of black men on that documentary talking about some Rachel is this, that, or the third. Because my big thing is they keep saying, like, you are not a black woman because you never went through this struggle that we did. You never been discriminated against. Look at you. You got this, you don't have kinky hair and dark skin, and you don't have the same experience as us, and that's why you were able to come up. And all I keep thinking is, like, so that's what my mama looked like. So what you trying to say? Like a black woman has to look a certain type of way to be that? I just think that it's an interesting documentary. I know both of you guys haven't seen it, but Los, you did say you've seen it, huh?
No, I haven't seen it. I heard about it though.
Okay. Yeah, so it's I would be interested to see y'all guys' take on it because it paints her as a sympathetic figure in some lights, but also is kind of a little crazy batshit person in the other. So I don't know. Check that thing out, man. It's an interesting documentary, man. Let me tell y'all a couple of things that burned my boudin this week. Man, the first thing that burns my boudin this week is that my phone won't open when I got my mask on.
Oh. Yeah, I've been going through that for the past few weeks.
Here's your solution. Apple just dropped a brand new phone called the iPhone SE, that return of the button and Touch ID. So you might want to go look into that.
My button daddy.
Button daddy is back.
I'm cool.
I don't think I want to
put my code in.
I don't want it either, but I'm just saying if it burns your boudin, I don't want your boudin to be burned.
Can I not just go back and retake my Face ID with my mask on?
And then when you take your mask off, it was not going to open.
So I have to have my mask on. It's
as they say, mask on, mask off.
So. No, can't you put different faces in it or no?
You can update your face. So like you can load alternate faces. So I don't know if you can add a face with a mask on. I'm not sure. But they got some people that gotta wear masks anyway. Like they got some people that wear masks on a daily basis, right? I'm sure you've seen people in the grocery store. So what do those people do?
Put their code in. Or they probably got, if they probably got button daddies though.
I'll flip daddies.
Unfair of you to say. That's so wild. You're going okay? So y'all gonna be apologizing next week about?
No, I didn't apologize. That was Al. I didn't apologize. I still feel how I feel.
You said people with masks on all day got button daddies.
Got button daddies and flip phones.
No, he said they stocking groceries at the grocery store and pushing the buggies. They gotta wear masks. I was just maybe guessing just to save money. The smart thing to do was just stick with the button daddy because they're cheaper than the non-button daddies.
I'll just get like one of them things that play Snake because they don't even have no password.
The Nokia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always open. Waffle House.
Man, another thing that burned my boudin this week. I only got a few. The only thing that burned my boudin. Another thing that burned my boudin this week is the term essential is not synonymous with important. And I think that got lost in translation somewhere. I think that sometimes people are running around saying, I'm an essential employee. That makes them feel like I'm an important employee. It's not this. It's not. That's not what it means. Now. It's not what
yes, it does.
It's not.
Yes, it does.
It does not.
Yes, it does.
I think it does.
I don't.
It does, Al.
Nope.
It does,
Absolutely
Al.
not. Nope. Nope.
Well, who would check out our groceries? Like I'm saying, who would like that's. I don't know if that's who you're throwing it at. But
no, he's not. He's not.
I think that the word important. I think that the word important is different in different aspects of a company. So like, yeah, I need the big wigs to make those decisions, but I also need those people on the front line. They're important as well. Like, and that's the essential workers. So I don't agree with you at all on that one.
The liquor store that's essential.
I don't think I necessarily would expect you to. My thing is if a teacher is a teacher an important employee, an essential employee?
Yes.
They're not an essential employee. That's not the definition that we're using of essential employee. Essential employee are the people who have to go into work.
I gotta go into work.
Yeah,
but I
No. Go in. Physically go in.
So I went in a couple days. I don't
think it's that clear cut. I think that the word essential can be important. I think that the people that are at work right now, that are serving people that are not at work right now, are important and essential. But I also think maybe if the word essential is synonymous with the phrase having to go into work, cool. But the word important, teachers are important. They just might not be in the definition.
I didn't say
in the definition of not going to work essential
does not equal essential. I'm saying it the other way around. I'm saying that a lot of my actual thought on this is that I think that employers use the term essential to make employees feel like they're important But in reality, I think that they use that term to just make people come to work because I need to stay open and we need to make sure we keep getting this money in many cases. So sometimes people are walking around and saying, I got to go to work and I've seen the post. I got to be here, pray for us essential employees, whatever. And I'm look, I hate the fact that some people got to go to work in dangerous areas. But some of those jobs, it's really not that important. And I'm like, your employer just has you out there.
Name them.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it right now. But you get...
Give me the least like sensitive one. I'd love to know. Give me one that just burns your Boudin.
I don't want to do it because the examples that I have are so ironclad that you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And
I know what you're talking about. I just want to hear you say it.
No, do I? Okay, so I guess I could blurb this out on air. Yeah, I can edit after the podcast.
Let's play.
I 100% agree with that.
Listen, when he said it, I knew because that particular person always does that every single day. I don't know
if I was trying to beat around the bush a bit, but yes, that's what I mean. I mean,
that's all I want you to say. I'm good now.
That.
Okay.
And there are other jobs that are kind of in that mold that people walk around and say, yeah, I'm an essential employee, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that job's not important. Man. That job is not important at all right now or most times. And your employer or whomever's at the top of the food chain for that company is making y'all go to work and they flashing this word around essential employee and it's making you feel like, yeah, I'm needed, but they really just messing you over by making you go to work, and that burns my Boudin. Like,
well, let's think about this.
Well, I mean, they're getting a check. They're getting a check, so I'm not about to say they're messing them around.
They're getting paid, but the thing about it is, some of those jobs, even though we're quarantined, people are still using those services.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but hold on. No. So Los, I want to say this. I want to say that for the sake of it, I stand corrected.
Okay.
I was very, very adamant about what burns Al's Boudin being wrong, and now that he just gave that example, I wholeheartedly agree with him that. I don't care what if you have so much extra time to. I don't. That is not. That's no. There's no way that you can make me believe that just because you have that time that's an essential, important job.
So you saying Lowe's is not essential? Lowe's work is not essential?
I mean, I was thinking about that too. I was thinking that. Yeah, I thought about that.
No, I think Lowe's is. I think because Lowe's sells things. So like right my. And you know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. My grass grows, so I gotta go get stuff. Like I gotta do stuff to.
Some of those are vanity projects that people are doing at their house because they got time to do it, and it's like not honestly like at home, the store at home that's got all of that stuff. It's like I don't think they should be open. Like, what do you really need to go get pillows and garage and patio furniture for? Like
because now you're sitting outside. And before this, you was at work, so now you're sitting outside. So,
but I also think,
and if you're spending money with me, I'm telling my employees, listen, folks are sitting outside now. They at home. They want to decorate. You guys are essential.
I think that there's some jobs or there's some places that have that kind of like merge different things. So like Lowe's sells outdoor stuff, but they also sell things that I would consider to be both essential and important.
Right.
Those places should be open. But if you just sell outdoor furniture, or if you're a furniture store or whatever,
a furniture store. Yeah, what you call it? Home furniture.
You shouldn't be home.
They've been closed.
You should be working.
Home furniture.
The furniture store open?
They shouldn't be. They're not.
I don't think they are because I need some paintings.
Rooms to go should not be open.
I don't think they're open. Yeah,
what I will say though is funny enough. I went to the furniture store this morning, actually 2 mornings ago, and so today. On the day that we record the podcast, the furniture store opened.
Well, there you go.
I went to the furniture store.
But
it's been closed. It's been closed for a while.
Did you get patio furniture?
I didn't get patio furniture, but I walked past some.
Okay. But I sat down on some in the store because it was open.
I did check the prices on some just in case.
I wonder do they have like a Corona sale.
Man, look, let me tell you the last thing that burns my Boudin this
like something
week.
that might have Corona, but it don't.
And this is what it is. I want to see how real the support is. I like to keep my business going through this COVID-19 pandemic. I need all of my customers and new customers to sow into my business by sending me $2 and type done. Cash out me $, what is it? Aldo, BFW Aldo, BF Waldo.
BF Waldo.
$2 isn't much to support a friend, right? Thanks in advance to all of the support for Best Friend Weekend. That burns my Boudin.
That's crazy.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I don't like it either because most of the time, most of the people that I see doing it will still have their business on the other side of it. They don't have storefronts or anything like that, like overhead or employees to pay. It's just let me hold $2. That's basically what that entire post says to me. Let me hold $2.
Nah, that's that dude sitting beside the machine, the Coke machine on lunch break in high school, trying to get that 50 cent. Yeah, that's all that is right there. Yeah, that's all it is. He been sitting there 30 minutes, boy, got $15 in his pocket and change, and just want some more.
Like when Raj sent me this the other day, the first thing I thought was, man, you wasn't getting $2 a week anyway in your business. Now you want everybody you know to give you $2? Like,
my thing is make something dope what people want and sell it.
Well, let's go ahead on this. Tell me the top 6. Each person give me 2 professions that are doing this type of thing, that are saying, "Hey, give me $2 because my business ain't working right now." I'll start. Lace fronts.
Damn it.
People who
sell
who?
Let me go.
People
let me
who
go
sell
next
lace
so
fronts
that y'all don't take my eye.
Would be the first one, I think.
Fitness instructors. What you call them? I can't. What you call
personal
them?
Trainers.
Personal trainers.
Designer nail techs.
Nail technicians. Nail techs.
Yeah, the ones that be long and they put dicks on them, and they put a different little design. They can put your little sun on your nail. Them.
Back to me. A business that would need $2 for support. Well, I'll just go ahead on and play their commercial right now. So 5 young Xavier alumni have come together to create the Black Coffee Company, man. Y'all visit theblackcoffeecompany.com to check out their art, apparel, and definitely their coffee. With 5 unique blends of Colombian, Brazilian, Ethiopian, and Peruvian coffees, these brothers are giving you some of the best Java from around the globe and some food for thought as well. These fellas aren't only distributing quality coffee, they preach the major tenets of entrepreneurship, financial freedom, and community empowerment. The whole movement is dope, but don't take my word for it. Visit theblackcoffeecompany.com and see what all the fuss is about. The Black Coffee Company. Coffee for the culture.
You didn't do that.
Oh my God.
I'm clowning.
Oh, I couldn't even sing the song.
You're obviously gonna.
I'm gonna play it because it's funny. It's funny.
Oh, boy, I'm finna say this podcast then went up 16 levels. Good God.
All the way disrespectful.
Hey,
boy, my mouth dropped soon. I said, this nigga, wow.
The Black Coffee Company didn't ask nobody for $2.
Oh, man.
Oh, I just thought it was funny.
Oh, boy. 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 Hey, if that was for real, you disrespectful.
Give me a song with $2 in.
Hold on. Let me get my shit together because you fucked me up. Ooh. If you're tired of going to McDonald's looking for a coffee, go to Black Coffee Company. All you do is cash out $2 to my boy with the dreads with the black. And you can't.
Hey, man, look. Stop it, man. No, Black Coffee did not ask for $2.
Oh my God! I know Dread ain't do that. Boy, say cash at me $2 Dread with the J.
No, if it was black coffee, they would be saying everybody put $20 towards a fund that we gonna put together for black wealth after the pandemic. They're not gonna be asking people for $2.
Yeah, they definitely would have dressed it up.
Yeah, that's not them boys.
You wanna, hey, look here, brothers and sisters. If you wanna put back into your community, start with the Black Coffee Company. Everybody should cash app Dread with the J. $25 if you really about that black life. This is how we living. Cash at me $25. After the pandemic, you will see a change in your community, brothers and sisters. And then proceed to do push-ups.
Hey, okay.
That's my dude. I fuck with him. He cool.
I'm okay. My apologies.
You started that shit.
I was tickled though because that's just funny.
That shit's funny.
I think that most businesses that's gonna ask you for the hot two chucks is businesses that's internet like businesses, people without storefronts. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People who like just kind of doing some old whatever. Riff-raff, whatever, man. I don't know. People distribute
a little low budget barber actually for two.
I thought about a barber, but I ain't seen it from no barbers. I haven't seen any barber ask nobody for $2.
What about our favorite amateur plate lunch salesman?
Ooh,
yeah.
That's good. That's very good. It's a very good example of someone who might ask you for $2.
That's a great.
I feel like we just played Family Feud.
No, that good answer. No, I feel like we did, and I feel like that's a very good answer, man. Just, but I mean, I didn't have people do that before. I didn't have a guy that I know who was like trying to go get certifications to be like a computer hacker type thing, networking, and he used to inbox me and be like, "Hey, can you give me? I'm trying to get investors to donate in my certification exams, like a dude my age, and like, hey, if once I get it and get on and get the certification and get a job, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna look out for you." It wasn't any kind of formal arrangement. Like, hey,
I don't know what that mean though. Does that mean he give me credit card? I mean, I'm a scammer now. I don't understand what that means.
I think it just means he gonna pay you back once he get a job. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. Now, if you say you can go into my employer,
but is it
into my on my check and up my check some, hack into the you know what I'm saying, my employer's checking system and then throw my check up some more. You know
I think it's a circle of friends that you can ask stuff like that to. But once you get out of your immediate circle of friends, you can't be asking people. Yeah, you got to stop. Like, I can ask a lot of people.
I'm trying to go home.
I can ask a lot of people for $200, but not just random people not people that I just been knowing throughout my life. It got to be people I really, really rock with.
Hey, look here, I'm gonna call somebody and be like, hey, trying to go home see my mama for Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody give me $5 so I can fill my tank up. It's crazy.
I saw a podcast do it. I saw like these cats who got a podcast in Houston do the $2 daddy, and I was like, I guess that's what y'all doing.
They won't be around long.
Wow, that's what you think?
Sayonara, sucker.
Just thanks in advance for your support, man. Let's talk about get back. I ain't did this in a while. A little bit of Rona talk.
And now, Rona Talk. Rona Talk with Aldo NICE, Rog Smuve and Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
So, what are you guys' thoughts on the raging house party that took place in Chicago this week, man? I don't know if y'all heard about it. Rod, you heard about this?
Yeah, I heard about
it. Was it a celebrity?
No. It was a 26-year-old dude.
His mama worked the 24-hour daddy.
His mama worked the 24-hour daddy, and she came home and everything was straight. And then the cops came and was like, she hadn't seen her family in weeks because due to her job, she'd been social distancing from her family. So her 26-year-old son had a party, to celebrate the lives of two friends who was gun violence victims, and he invited 20 to 30 people. And then they had videos all online with over 200 people between 150 and 200 people at that house. Partying, blacks, young blacks.
Niggas. Now, they weren't black people. They were niggas in that house. The thing I got to give him credit for is he did it the right way. She came back and didn't know shit had happened. No. With all them people in the house, he did a damn good job.
The only reason they caught him was social media.
Yeah, the only reason. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If you gonna do some stupid shit like that, that's how I work. I like you. He got him out in time. He had 24 hours. He made sure he cleaned everything up. Wasn't nothing out of place. Wasn't nothing broken. Wasn't nothing stolen. That's a miracle in itself. Like, I know it's not the best time to be doing that type of stuff, but you gotta applaud that man's effort. Now we just need to get him to apply that somewhere else. But he did a good job with that part. Now for everybody in there got corona now.
Everybody got corona. That's the point.
Oh, yeah. All in his mama's house.
All of them got corona.
That's corona.
But let me ask you this. Let me pose this question. So like early on, now granted we in the thick of things now, and I feel like things might even be getting a little bit better, right? We got a little bit more knowledge on it. In some ways, things are getting better. Early on in the process, early on in this whole coronavirus thing, a bunch of white people was at the beach in Florida for spring break.
They're nasty too.
So like, I'm just saying,
on them in a second.
I'm looking at them in the same eye.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Like, cool. If I didn't like that, I didn't like this. But I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna chastise them for being way worse. No, it's the same.
Oh no,
I just don't like either.
I think they all suck. And the other example that I was going to juxtapose it against was they've been having a lot of like these and I'll get to this in a second, but let me say this before I go there. They probably, for whatever reason, they're young, they're black, they probably thought they all good. People are going to die because of that party. I just want you to understand that. When you have 200 people come together where some of them are carriers and don't know they got coronavirus, a bunch, probably 70% of them people are leaving with coronavirus. Like that's the real. You know what I mean? That's how that.
You think? But do you really think that many people are gonna?
Yeah.
I mean, did they say? Is there like reports that someone had it at that party?
It's almost a statistical.
Because what if just by chance nobody?
Out of 200 people, there's no way.
It's possible, but
out of 200 people, nobody had corona.
The thing that they said about the way it passes from person to person, like they were saying, it's like not even coughing; it's just breathing in a close proximity to people that you can do it, touching things. Like this is wash your hands between everything. This is they was in there partying, cutting like in each other. It's loud, probably talking in each other's face.
Yeah,
all that. Right? Yeah, like. People are, maybe I'm a high estimate by saying 70%. Y'all listening to the podcast, y'all let us know. What percentage of them people you think left with coronavirus? But I'm saying they're going back, and even if nobody goes home symptomatic, they're going home carriers, and somebody's going to get it. And somebody, and the people who are going to get it are going to be old black people who are in their families. Like, first of all, how you let them out the house to go to this party? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves for going to that hole. Well, maybe they just thought it was going to be 20 or 30 people, and then that bitch was a big turn up.
Yeah, so I want to ask a question about that. If you were to go to a place where now you've been to a place, you actually got caught in a place where it was just like 4-5, right? And so you go to the place. Let me actually stretch this. You go to a place where you think it's going to be 4-5 people. Hey, it's going to be 4-5 of us, and it's a turn up. Are you leaving?
Yes.
Okay.
And if I'm,
but it's a turn up though. It's not just live. It's a turn up.
Let me take it back. I might not leave, but what I will do is put on my mask and probably be outside in the corner, like in a little area where it's just the 3 or 4 people that I know. Like, but not like even right up on me. I'm not passing through the house.
I'm not leaving.
No, because there is a part of me that, contrary to popular belief, is scared to die from coronavirus. So I don't want to be around all them people. No. It's a turn up. I'm gonna be like, I don't want to really be around all them people.
I'm not staying inside. No way.
Yeah, I'm not inside. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go outside. Oh, they got a couple cats over there in the corner smoking. Okay, I'm gonna go stand a couple feet away from them boys. Put my little mask on, clown a little bit. Watch people.
Not have no drinks. What about drinks? I'm just saying. It might be like, okay, I'm gonna just have 1 or 2, and it might be one of them nights.
Somebody bring me a drink.
You gonna get your. Okay, and then you get your drink on. You get your
I got my
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Lysol in the car. So
I just don't know.
You going to that party?
I know what I would do. I know what I would do consciously. I know what I would do like when I'm sober. But if I'm not, I might be in that thing.
Turned up, huh?
Turned up.
I think with this, even if I'm loaded, I'm a lot more scared. Cause I'd be like, oh, y'all got corona in here. I'm a chill. I couldn't enjoy myself with all that corona breath in there.
When I was
alcohol don't make me paranoid or nothing like that.
It'll make you sneeze, and then everybody gonna think you got corona because you do sneeze when you.
This is true. This is true.
When I was
in Chicago too, I'm chilling
and packaging up crawfish for Edo's this past week. Man, I was staying so far away from people. Hey, here, go over here. It's on the table over there. I have my little mask on the whole time. Don't come around me, please. I don't need to touch things y'all touching. I'm gonna keep washing my hands and not touching my face
over and over again.
What's very funny to look back on this is in the industry that I work in. Let's call them important higher ups thought that it was utterly, like, legitimately thought that it was utterly ridiculous for employees to request to wear masks and gloves at the beginning. Now it's a requirement.
That's how it is in a lot of places. That's so crazy.
It's so crazy because it's like, wait, hold on. 3 weeks ago when I was trying to be proactive, you thought that I was crazy. Like, you thought that it was like you were laughing at me. Like, could you believe that he asked to wear gloves and a mask? And now it's like, hey, there's a new initiative. We're going to go ahead and put our employees in gloves and masks.
Right.
And it's like,
100%.
What is that?
100%. I went to the grocery store a couple of weeks ago. I told this to Los. I tipped the cashier $20 because I had my little mask on. I was one of the few people who had it on. And he said, oh, yeah, I got a mask on at home. He said they won't let me wear it because it's going to make people freaked out. So
that's what they
So I just gave that dude $20. Crazy. I was like, man, I appreciate everything you do. Like, because I was like, that shit is wild. And that same grocery store, mask on. Fucking mask on.
If it's HEB, they spraying your hand when you walk in now.
Huh, bro?
Like it's a line. Like if you go to certain, it's a line. You cannot walk in there unless they spray your hand. Gloves or no gloves, they are spraying your hand with I don't know what's in that little bottle, but
right because
they spraying your hand.
That's another thing that was hard to come by. We ran out of hand sanitizer a long time ago. Yeah. And for our department started finding other places to get hand sanitizer, and I will tell you that it looked exactly like margarita mix. So it's off-brand daddy. I also said, like I was saying earlier, I went to the furniture store, and there was a dude outside the furniture store that was like that briefed me on store operations. Hey, don't get too close to our representatives. Don't get too close to our customers. Make sure they're staying 6 feet apart from each other. What y'all trying to buy in here? Like the whole nine.
It was because
before they let us in the store. No, I did it to a white person.
I'm just messing.
I was thinking the same thing when you said what you about to buy in here because
I heard him say it to a white person right in front of me.
I know, but that's an experience we've had as black men. Oh, so what y'all need in here?
Sir. No, sir. Can I help you? No, I'm good. I'm just looking. Okay. Do you have any idea what can I help you, sir?
Our customers.
Yeah, like you ain't no customer.
Stop it.
Just saying.
Stop it.
The writing's on the wall, brother.
Okay, so speaking of white folks, like Raj just said, man, these white folks, I saw a viral video this week of the bunch of white moms, who were like at a park, and the cops came up and was like, yeah, we shutting down like the gyms and everything. Y'all could be in the park, but y'all can't be on the swings and the slide and everything. And they were like, we're tax-paying citizens. Oh my God, what is this, like, Nazi America? And it was this whole big shit. And they were all recording it. And then, let us play. And they were chanting shit. And it was like, literally, it was kids and parents. And they was wilding on the cops. And then you could hear one of them say, what can they do to us if we sneak back in? Like, and then they eventually brought down the police tape and, like, went back in because they're entitled to do so. I mean, it's the same energy. Like
I wish I had. They should take their guns out and just start shooting, not the people. Just shoot in the air, just to let them know, like, bitch, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to get a little taste of what black people get every now and then. Just a little taste. I know y'all can't handle it all, Just want to get you a little appetizer, man. So just start shooting at the ground or something.
The white women in question, we were referring to those as last week as Karens. Rumble called me this week again, and he was like, "Say, bruh," he said, "I never heard anybody say Karens until you said it last week on the podcast," and he said he heard it about 5 times this week, like people calling people Karens. And he said, "So if I'm at work and somebody doing something." I was like, no, you can't call her Karen because she's going to go to fucking HR. Like, that is the definition of a Karen. Like, you can't call a Karen. That's like, it's almost the exact thing as them saying, oh, you're acting like a Jamal or like Leroy.
A Zamion.
That's funny, Leroy.
You would go to HR if she hit you with that. Well, maybe not go to HR because we don't really tell like that, but we would be highly pissed if it happened. So I went to Urban Dictionary to look at the actual definition of a Karen for those, because we didn't say it last week. A mother of 3, blonde, who owns a Volvo, annoying as hell, wears acrylics 24/7, currently at your workplace speaking to your manager. That's one definition.
I mean, that is accurate.
Gives raisins to kids on Halloween. Drives an SUV to carpool her kids to soccer practice. Better hope the ref doesn't make the wrong call because she will sue. Love to use Snapgram to post her workout selfies. After a long day of talking to managers and driving her kids around, she sits down with her mom friends at book clubs and drinks lots and lots of wine. That's a Karen.
Yeah. You ain't wrong when you're right.
I mean, I think that the common things that we see there is driving around with their kids.
That's no. Coming thing is you don't have a job. No job. You ain't got shit else to do.
Talking to managers is like absolutely like she just got finished talking to your manager. Like a Karen can work with you because they'll talk to the manager because she's a fucking Karen. Raj is like, no doubt she'll go to HR.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I mean, but on the flip side, I mean, yeah, granted, me personally, I'm not gonna go if I get called Jamal, but yeah, I would feel some type of way about it. So maybe my whole stance on Karen might be changing a little bit.
Nah, if they acting like a Karen.
Wait, I guess. I mean, but I act like a Jamal sometimes, you know, so it's all good.
I think Karen.
I just don't want to be called a Jamal.
Karen starts shit and then they go to the manager. Like on that video, she was like, take me to jail. Take me to jail. She put her arms behind her and they handcuffed her. She's like, oh my God, he's trying to take me to jail for being in the park with my children. Does someone have
He's hurt so bad. Police brutality.
You told them to put you in handcuffs.
You asked them to take you to jail.
I think another thing about Karens, and it might not say this because it's just I'm actually speaking seriously about what a Karen is that they all talk. You know, like, so if speak with your manager, the word speak is a big deal because you could scream ID, I don't give a care, but you really do. You know, like you really don't want to go to jail. Like you're gonna cry in the cop car.
You're gonna cry in the car.
Karen's gonna cry in the cop car. But you about that life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Beforehand.
Absolutely. That's a Karen. It's a
Karen. It just be talking that high shit.
And you know what
brings up in that cell.
You know what brings this full circle? That I guess we didn't even know what a Karen was about 3 weeks ago when somebody in our text group said, LOL, and her name's actually Karen. Bruh, cancellation Karen is actually a Karen, which is so funny.
That's
like
crazy.
We've been knowing a Karen way longer
for
than
a while
America.
now. About a year now, almost a year.
Yeah. Memorial Day is. Memorial Day is gonna make a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
So I'm glad that we didn't turn into Jamals in that situation. But for the sake of the gram, I wish that we would have turned into Jamals because I'm really jealous of all of these other Jamals that's getting.
Al was really close. I was on the brink of Jamal. Like he was right there from the video. I was on the brink of Jamal. Nah, just go.
Someone
ahead and say
didn't let me
like
be
you
a
really
Jamal.
Want to say.
You talking?
I feel like I started to be one, and then it was like, nah, chill out.
Nah, Al's Jamal in this situation. Totally.
Well, I saw that they was pulling up an old video from the same like from another Airbnb thing that's been floating around, and it is what it is. there's some sauce that makes these type of things go viral. Like right now, I commented with our video on that video that was going thing, and now we're getting a couple of new followers just based upon that. So Karen is the gift that keeps giving for best friend.
Shout out Karen and Can Kicking.
And Can Kicking. KKK.
No, this podcast is brought to you by Karen and Can Kicking.
That's funny. Go book their place through another thing.
That would be funny through another person.
On a scam credit card.
Legally change all our names and I'll change
we post all white pictures. We post all white people on the pictures and see how it
have
works
the same
out.
leverage that we had.
We bring Rachel Dolezal and have her white when she's on her profile picture, but when she shows up, be black Rachel.
Yeah. You stupid. You stupid.
Hey, when y'all think we're going back to work, man? When are we going back to regular work?
Go ahead, Rod.
I know everybody's different. Let's go different professions. How about you, Raj? When do you think the stores open back up and everybody's in there and with social distancing norms and mask on or whatever? When do you think they opening it back up?
I'm going to say
China rules.
June 23rd.
June 23rd. Los, when do you think they are opening up schools again for you to be there?
Well, really it's hard to say right now because they said I was on a meeting Monday and we're actually getting ready for 3 different schedules. So one schedule is you go to school in the fall, like normal, open up school normally, and then we do virtual learning in the spring. So after January, you do virtual learning, or we do virtual learning in the fall and go back to school in the spring.
Why would the first one make sense?
I have no clue. They're saying that this is going to be another wave coming through.
I know, so but why would they send kids back just to pull them back out in the spring? That's just crazy to talk to me.
Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah.
You were talking a long time ago. I don't think, especially my school district, they really don't know. They just throwing shit against the wall right now, trying to see if something stick.
Okay, so So when do you think? When do you think is the time y'all gonna actually?
I'm thinking we should be September. We should be good.
September.
Okay,
we
should. Yeah, I think we should be good.
I think you're right, Raj. I think June is probably when they're gonna do your industry and Los. I think you might be optimistic. I'm thinking maybe October, but maybe it might be September too. I just don't think the regular start of school is gonna.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think August is a go.
So when you think they're gonna open back outside, like wearing masks, like stuff like bars?
I think around the same time. I think around. Well, no, let me not say that. Let me say. I think they're gonna start opening up bars.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go back to work on like the first week of July. That's my thought on my. But go ahead. I forgot to even say what I forgot to say when I'm going back to. I think I'm gonna go back like the first week of July. I think, or maybe the middle of June as well. So I think that we're on the same.
I'm gonna go on your estimation. I'm gonna say August. I think bars open back up in August.
Okay.
It depends on what I think. If schools are closed and they're having games with no, with no people in the stands and stuff like that, you can't open the bar up. You know what I mean? Like,
how you holler at something with a mask on? It's got to be completely.
No, how do you drink with a mask on? There's no way I can't.
That's a whole nother part.
It's no such thing as Saint shots with a mask on. It's Saint straw sips. You know what I mean? Like I just don't know how they work. And then too, if the Saints are on, it's no such thing as social distancing where we.
I heard they said baseball trying to open June or something. Like they're trying to start the season in June, the end of June. Like you just said, June 23rd. I think that's might almost be exactly when I heard they said they want to start baseball. Y'all think basketball finishing this season?
No, there's no way.
I think so.
I mean,
it's no way.
Yeah, I think
the playoffs would have started
with no fans. They can do it.
I heard somebody say something about Disney World or Disneyland, like they trying to book that, like the players going to live there.
Or Vegas.
So I heard that
Vegas.
too, but I just don't think the structures of it are gonna make sense. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna finish out the season?
I don't think so. I think it's tournament daddy. I think it's tournament daddy. I think that's what they come back with. Like
that would be super cool.
Everybody who not in the playoffs, y'all in a play-in tournament. Like the top 4 seeds or 6 seeds in each conference, y'all in because y'all earned it. And then like
NBA
the
madness,
6,
bro. Fuck it, let's go.
That would be amazing.
NBA madness. Get them boys 3 weeks to get right, 3 weeks to get in shape. NBA madness. Let's go.
No conferences, just let's go.
I will sit there and watch every last game.
That would be amazing. That would be dope.
Yeah,
but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Round 1, Pistons and Pellies. Like that's what I need.
Yeah,
like that.
Pellies got 1 win. Nah,
that's the kind of shit I want. Best 2 out of 3, and then y'all just go on. But
you going best 2 out of 3?
I mean, for the first couple of rounds, it's not one and done. Them boys not gearing up and doing all of that to go play 1 game and they season over.
Yeah, that's a little hard.
Well, I mean,
but that's just what's the difference if they play 2?
You're right.
Y'all get ready. We got we all 0-0. All right, cool. Now we 0-2 and we 2 in the barbecue.
Done.
That's not fire at all. But it's better than nothing, and I think that there's still revenue to be generated in that.
NBA Madness, we are watching it every game of NBA.
And they're gonna have a commercial every 2 minutes. They're gonna have a 5-minute commercial every 2 minutes of the game.
So I don't know if you know, but the NFL draft, this past NFL draft was the most watched NFL draft of all time.
That's what they said.
And this Jordan documentary has been like breaking records.
I've been saying it. No, I mean
I believe the Jordan documentary.
I believe the NFL draft too, because people like all in my text groups. I wasn't watching it, but everybody in my text group was talking about it. Like that's all they was talking about. So I figured people was watching it, like looking at people's outfits in their crib and everything else. People miss sports. I didn't miss sports. I miss sports, but I don't miss the draft.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't. And on the flip side of that, I don't miss the draft ever.
Yeah.
Well, I always watch the draft.
Yeah. Well, that's not. I just can't. I can't sit there and it take too long, bro. Like right, they need to do it
in between times.
Yeah, that's just tell us who got drafted. Man, look, let me tell you another story that day. Just real quick. You know my partners who do, and back in the day we used to hit Henny Palooza and then Duce Palooza. They didn't Me Too them boys this week, man.
What's that boy name?
He's talking about who are you talking?
Chris
about?
Fox.
Yeah, but let's not confuse it. I didn't even really want to put that boy out there because one of the other dudes in their little group named Chris Styles, his name is Legend. That's what he called himself, I guess, on whatever. They was like that boy. It went viral this week that. He was basically, for years, like, women was showing receipts and screenshots of being like, hey, what time y'all Henny Palooza start? Whatever. Oh, can I get on the list? Yeah. How much is it? $130. Okay, cool. I got you. Unless you want to just come meet me before, and you know what I'm saying? We could work it out.
Whoa.
And then like, nah, I'm not going to play myself like that. Okay, well, shit. And what kind of respectful woman would do that? All right, well, you know what? Never mind then. You not 130, not nothing, dog. You're not on the list.
Oh.
And they got.
I mean, shoot.
They got
but
receipts.
I mean, that's
this type of stuff. Yeah.
That's messed up.
He a Cosby.
Like somebody was hitting me in the inbox, like, "Damn, ain't that your man's?" So I hit up Fox. Me and Fox had a little talk about it. He said, yeah, man, it's all bad. He said, man, your boy, the dude is sloppy as hell. And then they was internally talking about it throughout the day while Black Twitter was just dragging Duce Palooza and saying, what are they going to do about it? What they going to do about it? Are they going to get rid of him? Are they complicit? Whatever. And your boy came out with a post, and I want y'all to talk about this post because this is the interesting thing about the post. He said, I want to begin by extending my sincerest apologies to those who have hurt through my actions. My choices have resulted in women feeling unsafe and uncomfortable. For that, I am remorseful and take full accountability. I now understand the weight of my actions and commit to doing everything in my power to make amends for them. I've been inappropriate in many of my interactions with women. Coercion is in no way acceptable, and I am truly ashamed of having done this to women I've met. I understand that consent does not have a gray area, and I must do the work to unlearn these harmful beliefs and practices. I no longer want to be a man that cannot understand that coercion is wrong. No longer want to be a man that cannot graciously take no for an answer. I do not want to be a man that women cannot feel safe around. I acknowledge misusing the trust they had in me. I should have realized the discomfort in the moment and been more graceful while disengaging. I apologize again to the women involved and those affected directly and indirectly. So that was his apology. So what do y'all think about that apology? And this is really the question that I had for you guys.
I think it's a beautiful apology.
Okay. Raj,
I want to know who wrote it.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. That's my question.
Okay.
Who wrote
So I think that the team of Duce Palooza probably got together if they fired him or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a little dude who looked like Bobby Shmurda, I think, who be up there like hype man. And if y'all ever been to one, I think that's the guy.
I've been to one, I just don't remember.
My thought is, when I saw it in the context of people responding to it on Twitter, and their post was basically like, "Oh, this nigga gotta unlearn how to be and they was just going in, and then you want to use the word coercion because that sounds better than what you was doing, blah blah blah, and it was post after post after post of people just shitting on the apology, and I just started thinking, I'm like, damn, what kind of apology can you make that's like, because to me, that sounded pretty damn good. Like, they hit most of the right notes. But to the people,
but it sounded too good, though, Al. It sounded too good.
No matter what. That's on his resume.
Like, you got to bash him. He didn't bash himself. What happened?
No, Rod, you're right.
It's on his resume. No doubt. Like, that ain't going nowhere. Like, that's in stone. That's in your stone resume. But you can't shake that one.
And
that's tattooed.
Like, you cannot. So it had me thinking about that. That's really what it had me thinking. Like, damn, what kind of apology can you possibly make after something like that? Or is it just like, can't say nothing because they're gonna shit up. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I think you got to do it. I think no matter what, you got to do it, right? Like, no matter how you think people are gonna feel about it, you still got to apologize. Even if you don't want to apologize, you still got to apologize, right?
No.
Like you still got to do it, but the thing about it is it's like I think whoever wrote it did a good job. And whenever I said I think it was a beautiful apology, is because when he said I gotta unlearn, like, yeah, so maybe look at me as shallow for that, but like maybe he really never thought anything was wrong with being like, so what's ham? Like, I'll let you in for free if you come through. And now he's getting some backlash about that, and they going ham at him. He's like, man, you know what? Like, that's messed up. I got multiple people telling me that that's messed up. So I'm gonna say that I need to unlearn it. Be sincere.
That's some Me Too shit. But you know what's funny? Yeah. If we would have been running a party that had a whole bunch of people, women, bad chicks, wanting to come to this party since like 2006, 2007, like 13 years ago. Let's say we in our mid to early 20s. Mm-hmm. We would have probably receipts out there of us being weirdos. Well, at least being like, "Oh, Sam, y'all coming to the party? Well, come kick it with us. Come have some drinks pre-game with us, whatever." And I'm not
claiming that.
Okay, Los, you don't have to. But my thing is that the other side of it is, I don't think we would say well, fuck it, you ain't on the party. Like
okay.
That's right.
Part, that's the part.
Okay, I thought you was okay. Yeah, there you go. That part.
Like, cool. Like you can't, like, once you do that, and it's on, like, we said this before. Women invented screenshot, and they invented screen capture video. They invented all that.
All that.
But because you gotta know, you can't do that.
Yeah, yeah. I think with the apology, I think it can't come from him. It has to come from the brand. You know what I mean? In that case, because it's nothing you can say, nothing he could say to apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing he can say to make anybody feel any better about what he did. I don't care. You know, it's like you shot somebody in the head. You can't apologize for that to make people feel better. You know what I mean? Certain things you just can't apologize. I think it should have came from the brand saying that, oh, this is how we feel about, you know, we do not condone this type of thing.
He had to apologize. Listen, it came out that it has to come from the brand, though. C.A.P. was doing some stuff like that, whatever. Yeah, there's gonna be an apology that comes out from Best Friend Weekend, but you're also gonna want to apologize yourself, bro.
Yeah, but I can't say I gotta unlearn.
Well, I don't know
how to stop being a creep.
this is the question at hand, Los. What is a good apology? Like, what do you say if you can't?
No, I'm going to therapy to get this out of me. This don't make no. I am horrible. I'm the worst person on earth. I sincerely apologize for being an absolute fucking creep dickhead. Like, you got to bash yourself in apologies, man. Apologies don't work unless you just kill yourself sometime. You know
I think honestly, what the right play was something like, look, that was a long time ago. I mean, I was doing that before, but I found myself. I got a family now. Like, I got a chick that I really love. Like, really just going to I got a chick right now that I'm with that I really love. Oh, yeah, I don't condone really those type of behaviors anyway.
Did you give her ultimatum too?
No, I don't condone them behaviors, and I'm going to step down and not be a part of Duce Palooza anymore. Let those guys go ahead on and take it. And I hate the fact that my actions have sullied their reputation. I'm going to voluntarily step down. Now, if that could mean he could still come to every event, still be getting money with them boys, still doing whatever, but I can't be
not
in that
official
same position.
Can't be on the flyer.
Can't be on the podcast.
Now let me ask you, how do you think the apology would look if he didn't put what in you can't come to the party? Like, if he was just like, man, what's up? Come through. Maybe I'll let y'all, I don't even know how bad it was. Like, I didn't see the receipts.
So that's what Me Too is, though. Like, that's the whole, that's Harvey Weinstein. That's every one of these Me Too cases is using your power to put women in that position. So in the current climate, I don't think he would have been successful either way. If he said it or if he didn't say it, I think they still would have dragged him for that shit, dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, just I don't know. I guess I feel you. I feel the power thing. But it's a party.
It is.
Like, it's not like a job or a role in a movie. I'm just saying, this is just the differences that I'm just trying to create conversation around it. And I'm just wondering, like, okay, I don't know Chris Styles, don't see how he looked, but has it worked? Has it ever worked?
I would say that it's a party.
And has he been deceptive about it? Like, was he open about, man, come through, we could do this and then you can get in for free? Like, or is it just like, I'm gonna trick you when you get in?
It's a party, but it's not like it's a party, but it's not like, oh, it's Raj house party, and if you don't come, man, you can't come if you're not smashing this because it's Raj house party. I mean, when you become a brand that's associated with Rock Nation, because I think they are signed with Rock Nation.
Oh wow!
Yeah, absolutely. Like, but I even think about a smaller scale, like in college, if you would do that to some girls who's trying to come to a Sigma party. Sigma is still part of a national organization that's a Sigma thing, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that since Duce Palooza is part of, Duce, Rock Nation is part of them now, like, yeah, it's a party, but it's a business too. So, it's tough. I get what you're saying though, Rush. It is a party. It's not like a job, but I still think they dragging them. This is where we are with it. This is 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. But you mean, really, nowadays, the way the world moving and how people care about stuff, you got a good week and a half, it'll be over with.
Oh yeah, I agree. And the fact that they're not throwing no parties no time soon because of that Rona.
Everybody been forgot about him. It's on the they've been forgot.
It's probably just the people in New York who know. Like, they came through Duce Palooza out here. Well, they know now because we over here telling it, but we over here dry snitching.
But by that time, they're going to forget about that too. Long as it's jumping, they got free Duce in there. For $100, they'll be up in that thing.
Yeah, we could tell the same story the week before Duce Palooza come to Houston, and people would be like, I never heard it the first time. Even if they listen to this podcast, they're going to be like, I heard something about this before. I just don't remember.
But it didn't sound that bad. His apology was cool, and they got free Duce. You said they got free Duce?
Yeah, it is. It's free Duce and it's free Rosé.
Oh yeah, so they got free Duce.
Now cue up that music for Nothin NICE to say.
If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
So I was outside the other day, doing outside stuff in the backyard. I mean, I would have went to the front yard, but the front yard is closed, due to the COVID and shit. That's actually kind of funny, the difference between going in your front yard or your backyard. But I mean, I digress. I was in the backyard doing stuff. When I came back in the house, I had got sucked on by a mosquito. You know the old adage, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Well, I'm not crispy black or nothing, but I guess I got dark nigga vibes and pheromones because they was nibbling on a player. And when I went to take a shower, I got to rub it on the bite and noticed it was a bit swollen and ugly, as mosquito bites tend to be. And it got me to thinking, damn, what if I catch the West Nile virus? Y'all remember that? The West Nile virus was a thing, like a big-ass thing. It was driven by mosquitoes or mosquitoes, as you proper suburban city folk call them. But they got buku mosquitoes in the South, and them shits was very scary for a while. So I'm thinking, bruh, I might have got West Nile, and that made me start thinking about a whole bunch of other stuff. People really out here scared of that corona and lightweight, not worried about shit else that could be equally or more dangerous. You can still mess around and get bird flu, swine flu, salmonella poison, and have a stroke or get that gangster. But people running around here with no seatbelt, no condoms, smoking hookah, not washing the counter, not exercising or brushing their teeth because they think that's all they got to do is wear a mask and wash their hands to survive. Now, I know that was a lie and it was a little long-winded, but don't forget the other safe habits you have for the rest of your life. Because I ain't got nothing else nice to say about people who think COVID-19 is the only thing out here that's going to kill you. So I won't say nothing at all.
You know what's funny about the parallels between West Nile and COVID is that literally West Nile, or what they were saying at least, was that West Nile only affected old people. That's what they're saying about COVID.
Really?
Nah. COVID killing kids too now.
I thought West Nile.
Well, no, of course it is. But I'm just saying that it's just
I thought it would like your brain would swell and stuff after you got bit by.
I thought your head exploded and it fell off.
West Nile was very, very effective in old people, and young people we just burned it off. You know, like it wasn't that big of a deal to us.
The virus.
I sound like I know what I'm talking about, huh?
No, you don't.
You believe? I feel y'all believe in me, but I feel like this was
a
thing.
No, I don't. Man, I had diarrhea the day, and I swear to God, I had COVID. I said, Lord, I done caught this shit at the last moment. But then
you're saying that, Raj, but I think that I'm not even think that. I'm sure of it. A chick we know back home got bit by a mosquito and caught West Nile, and she was like, she can't walk no more. That actually is a thing. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, that's the more I think about it, that's a real thing. And I remember asking somebody like, damn, what happened to old girl? And it was like, West Nile.
West Nile.
Like, for real, dog. Ain't that wild? A mosquito bite you. Ooh. Because you can't do shit about that. They there. They out there. That's definitely stay in the house. That should have had us all
that's
in
quarantine
the house.
For real.
Hell yeah. Except for mosquito control, dog. That's the only people who could be outside. Kill them all.
But I mean, that's really it was wild in those times when I feel like we were still outside. We were still hooping. 1999, we were still hooping. You know, I was still outside in my little basketball goal hooping with my partners. And
yeah, in 1999 we used to get it like that. But in 1990, you got it from the back. Now
what?
Hold up, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Shreveport, y'all didn't get New Orleans music like that. My bad. That chicken black like that.
He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we good on that nonsense.
Yeah,
that Me Too movement y'all got down there.
You ain't never lived till you was at a high school dance and all the girls on the dance floor talking about, you gotta dodge that dick, dodge that dick, dodge that dick.
Dodge that. I know the whole beat, all the beats, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. I was putting one of my homegirls on New Orleans bounce the other day. I said, now go. This is literally what I said. Now go to the next song, click next, and it's gonna be the same exact song with different words.
You gotta dodge that dick, dodge that dick. I was dodging that dick on the dance floor, Los.
That's because y'all was Me Too-ish around there.
Oh, shit. Hey, man, listen. Before we get out of here, we got to talk about it, man. People asked, Raj, tell us why the Saints is out here playing checkers when playing chess while the rest of these boys playing checkers, man. Tell us a little bit.
Man, it's not even the Saints. It's your boy Jameis. Jameis done grown so much.
I thought you were talking about the draft, but go ahead, keep going.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about Jameis.
We can talk about both. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So the Jameis. Okay, so I'm gonna give kudos to Jameis just for playing chess and not checkers, and signing with the Saints and not signing with another team for more money. Like, that's dope. He's gonna lift his career off, and I think it'll be good for the rest of his career. That's how I feel. With the draft, man, get who you want. So the thing is we're a championship team right now, right? Like, we are in position to win a championship team. We have a very small window. You gotta maximize on what you want. And I think that they went and they got the players that they wanted. They didn't get the players. They didn't. It was more of a quality over quantity thing. So we traded 4 draft picks for one tight end. I mean, I think that's beautiful. If that's the guy that we wanted to move up for, I think that's. I think it's beautiful.
Okay, and I mean, you had this whole spiel. I'll say it real quick that Larry Warford counts the second most against the cap of everybody on the Saints team.
You'll never let me live that.
All right.
Down.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. That one of my partners said the same thing. He was like, look, the dude Duck in New Orleans, and he basically was like, look, we got another offensive lineman so we could get rid of Warford so we can afford to pay everybody else. And if that's the play, that that first round pick, we didn't get a linebacker, because then we would have a hole in the offensive line, and we said, no, let's get an offensive lineman so we can get more money on our team and use that to re-sign Alvin Kamara and Marshawn Lattimore, then it was the smartest thing ever. And I know it's not sexy to get an offensive lineman. Like, you want to get people at the skill positions on the outside, but that's fire. Cutting. If the Saints are playing that kind of chess, that's fire. And
we already got skilled people on the outside. We good, yeah.
Exactly. Like what I told you yesterday. I said that Emmanuel Sanders is better than CeeDee Lamb. Like, period. Like,
we don't know what CeeDee Lamb gonna do in the league.
And was CeeDee Lamb even the top receiver pick?
No.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't the first receiver pick. The first receiver pick was Henry Ruggs, but he was the number 1 rated receiver.
So then why did Henry Ruggs go first?
Of people's. Because it's Henry Ruggs. I mean, it's just one of them.
They say he was the best route runner ever, is what I heard about Henry Ruggs. Like, ever graded. They said that was the best route runner they ever saw graded in college.
Well, he was also the fastest one. Like, so Henry Ruggs was also. Yeah, Henry Ruggs was also expected to run a 4.1 at the combine. Like, so there was like, Henry Ruggs is gonna break John Ross's record all season. Henry Ruggs hit the fastest miles per hour this past season in football.
Wow.
Like, in all of football. So
and all of football? Faster than Cheetah?
Oh yeah, no, faster than Tyreek Hill, yes.
Oh. In game?
In game.
Okay,
good.
I have to go see that. That's crazy.
Yeah, what's it?
Yeah. Henry Ruggs was
what game was that?
I can't tell you.
It wasn't LSU because they was dodging that dick on them. Okay, go ahead.
Dodging that. They was sucking that tiger dick.
I think so. My theory on why Henry Ruggs went first over other receivers that were rated higher than him was because if you wanted Henry Ruggs, you wanted Henry Ruggs. You didn't want just a receiver. You didn't want the top receiver. You wanted Henry Ruggs, and I think that's what happened.
What team took him? You know,
they wanted Henry Ruggs. The Raiders.
Oh, okay. That's on brand for the Raiders, though. A big, fast receiver, more than anything.
Even though Al Davis has passed away, but it is.
Yeah, you keep it.
His spirit lives on.
Exactly. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Just that kind of how the Saints maneuvered it. And thinking about Jameis, like you said a little bit about Jameis going to NOLA. Let me put it this way: Reggie Bush, I said before, is my favorite Saint of all time. I didn't like him in college, but I could understand that man was Lav. Cutting, I have like very different feelings of Jameis Winston. I didn't like Jameis Winston in college, and I never thought he was Lav. Like when they won the national championship and beat Auburn in I don't know if it was in overtime or on the last drive when he threw that pass to Kelvin Benjamin. I remember being like, Kelvin Benjamin is bigger than everybody, but he's slow and not good. And Jameis Winston is not good either. And he just threw a damn lob to a tight end looking receiver who boxed out somebody and caught it. I was like, Jameis Winston never looked skillful to me in college, except for his first game ever. And it was like a Labor Day game. And he went out there and he was like, oh, true freshman or redshirt freshman, whatever, throws 21 for 25. And I was like, okay, he's going to be good. But after that, I don't really remember Jameis Winston ever really being good. I just remember him being kind of like a buffoon. So, put it another way. In the league, I used to get excited when Jameis would play against the Saints. Because I would not want the backup. Because I'm like, Jameis is trash and we're going to beat the hell out of them. So I don't know. Am I wrong with those thoughts? Because now he plays for my team, and I can see that he's the number 1 draft pick when he was there. So there's potential there. And Sean Payton might make him into something, and he's young, and he might be the Saints quarterback of the future, and we might have a dope quarterback for the next 15 years in Jameis Winston.
Nah, you gotta relax on that.
That might be a thing.
I don't know why you're dismissive of that, Los.
I don't think he's our quarterback for the future. Jameis.
Who's the quarterback for the future then?
I don't know. It ain't Jameis Winston, though.
Why? Well, why not? I think Jameis Winston has just as much of a chance to be the quarterback of the future as anybody else. And what I will say is, I don't know if you noticed, Jameis Winston got LASIK surgery this past offseason. So now he says he can read license plates and road signs when he couldn't before.
Shut up.
So he did lead the league last year in passing yardage, but he also led an interception.
Yeah.
So he's obviously got talent.
He went 30 for 30.
I mean, it's.
I just don't. I think with our offense, it's a bunch of thinking and quick processing, and I don't know if that's his strong suit. You know what I mean? I think with Tampa Bay, they push the ball down the field a lot, so it's either go big or go home over there. I think that's why a lot of times, with the way they run routes and stuff, they had a bunch of miscues, and he threw a lot of picks and pick sixes as well. So I think with that being said, with our stuff is thinking and moving people with your eyes and doing that type of stuff. We don't have that. We're gonna just sit back and try to find the coverage and take the top off that thing like that. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking the ball through, and you have to be accurate. I don't know if he's not that accurate at all. So in a year, I don't see him doing that well with that. Maybe he does, but I just don't see it. His mechanics look all weird. He got a dad bod.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, I just don't see him.
I take back everything I said about whatever, because honestly, you sound like, what's the male version of Karen? You sound like that right now, Los. You using veiled racist terms right now when you talking about, you basically said the man can't think. And I understand it's Jameis Winston, so he's a fucking idiot. And you didn't think the same thing about Teddy Bridgewater. Like Jameis, but
I think Teddy Bridgewater process things fast. I'm just saying from how I watch him play, he drops back, he stares the receiver down. That's where he throwing. You never see. I've never seen James.
About?
No, Jameis Winston. Teddy Bridgewater, he can think. I'm cool with Teddy. He can think on the fly. I think he processes
Teddy
things
used
fast.
to think too much, and that's why he used to get sacked all the time.
Exactly, but I'm saying, but he thinking. I don't think that Jameis thinks. I just think he just drop back, look at the receiver, and throw it. It's not about him being black.
Let me give you a theory. So the quarterback that I would have loved to have was Cam Newton. Like I wish that Cam Newton was all back.
I think he would have benefited.
But along the same lines, let me give you how I feel about guys like Cam Newton and Jameis Winston specifically. So Al don't throw the black card at me. I think that those dudes got to the NFL and they became immediate starters, and they don't really know how to conduct themselves as NFL starting quarterbacks that's always learning. Like I think Drew Brees knows, and Peyton Manning had his own little thing, whatever.
Well, Drew Brees had to sit on the bench too. That I think they learned that. Yeah,
cool. And
yeah.
I think Drew Brees probably learned behind Doug Flutie, and I think that Tom Brady probably learned behind Drew Bledsoe and whoever. I think Peyton was just a genius off the top. But so what I'm saying is I just think that Jameis Winston has the physical ability to be a good quarterback in the NFL. I just think that he needs to learn, and he can learn from Drew Brees this season on how to get better, how to be that quarterback, to be his best self. Because Drew Brees wasn't always Drew Brees.
Right. I think that and when I said the thing about Jameis being our quarterback of the future, it's like last year I was ready to give up the reins of the team to Teddy Bridgewater. Y'all know I've been saying that. And my thought is, younger, Teddy Bridgewater is like 25. He can take over the team, and then we can grow into the role, and he can be there for all of these years, and he can get better, and he's learning behind Drew. We're talking about a quarterback who was rated higher, who was the number 1 pick in the draft, probably the number 1 highest. He won like the Elite 11 when they did it on ESPN. That when he was in high school, he's got the off the field stuff because Jameis Winston's an idiot. But if anybody, like if Sean Payton really can sit down and whatever, I think like for years we've been drafting Garrett Graysons and getting all these other Luke McCowns,
Sean Canfield,
and getting these backups that we're like, oh, he's going to be the person after Drew. He's going to be the person after Drew. Well, why do that when you could say, okay, now we got the number 1 pick in the draft from a couple of years ago that we can groom from basically scratch. Like, forget everything you did.
Who's still young.
And now you're going to learn for the next year or two. And if you're not nice, we'll give you another small contract and we'll put you behind Taysom and let him do it and let y'all two fight it out for the starting quarterback. I'm just saying, it could be worse, Los, than Jameis Winston being our starting quarterback in a year. And he's motivated to play teams like Tampa Bay. And he knows how to play against teams like, not effectively maybe, but against Atlanta and the Panthers. Because he plays all the time. So
he played against them before, but I just don't think our offense fits him. For me, I just don't think that. I think everything with a quarterback is how the offense fits you. It's very hard.
So what you think what type of quarterback? You think he's like a Byron? You saying like a step back, like Dante Culpepper, like that?
Dante Culpepper,
like that's
and launch it. That's like he's a 1-2 hollow read, maybe inside out read guy, but he's not a left to right. We checking cover 2 over here.
Can you learn that?
Huh?
Can you learn?
Yeah,
that?
you can learn it. But you got to put the time in too, Al. And
so
everybody can't process.
That's what I think he's here for.
Everybody can't.
I think he's here to put that time in.
It's quick processing. I just I've never seen him do it before. Maybe that's why I'm like, I never seen him scan the field from left to right and make the appropriate throw. I've seen him scan the field from left to right, throw a pick six a few times, but I've never seen him scan the field.
You know how some people, there's some people that are just different learners than others. I'm just hoping. This is my hope. I hope that Jameis Winston learns visually. From Drew Brees on how to do those things.
And it's different teachers.
Something made him the number 1 overall
pick. Dirk Cutter, and then whatever, and then all of a sudden it's Bruce Arians. Like, maybe it's stability. Maybe Sean Payton's a good teacher. Like, these are a lot of dynamics that we don't know. Like, they say all the time, if certain quarterbacks would get drafted in other situations, like if David Carr would have never got drafted by the Texans, who had no offensive line, maybe he would have been good. So maybe the situation of, I just don't know how New Orleans is going to treat Jameis Winston because he is a buffoon. That's the thing that I'm worried about, is that he's going to do something stupid.
They're going to rob him.
Bro, we're going to embrace Jameis Winston. We're going to love Jameis Winston.
No, I'm not saying the crowd. I'm saying, like, I don't want that man to go in Harris and steal some chips off the table.
You don't want to see on bourbon with a half a gallon of Hennessy in his hand, chugging that thing and pouring it.
Talking about stick it right in her pussy, whatever he said.
Grab her,
Come on, Jameis, on the balcony. I don't want to see Jameis do stupid stuff in New Orleans. That's all.
But have you seen Jameis do those types of things? Like, have we seen that before? I've never seen. I mean, yes, he has done buffoonerish things, but I've never seen it.
Well,
I just hear about it.
Yeah. I guess it is. I mean, I don't.
So if
I
hear, Jameis was on bourbon last night. No, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear any of that either. But what I'm saying is, I don't know Jameis to be like a partier, and that's what New Orleans is. It's a party city. So hopefully he's not.
There wasn't a lot of parties to go to in Tampa, but in the hood. But
if he thinks of it as like a career reclamation project, and he really goes under the wing of like a Drew Brees. Yeah, I don't know who else. Who's gonna be Jameis's friend on the Saints besides Drew Brees? That's a really good question.
Bro, I mean, so they got a lot of people out there. I'm pretty sure that there's someone that Jameis knows from college, or maybe even.
I don't think we got no FSU players on our team, though.
Maybe not, but maybe we have someone that played in the same conference or something like that. Like, I think that there's someone that Jameis Winston keeps up with on Instagram. I think
him and Kamara not gonna be cool.
Michael Thomas, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because he a little weird too. But it depends. It depends on how if he busting and white. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know who he's gonna be friends. Be quiet. I don't know. Maybe the new center.
Maybe like Emmanuel Sanders might be cool with it. I'm really thinking about it. Maybe Malcolm Jenkins might be his. I don't know, something. I know. I don't know.
You gotta realize.
It's tough.
Yeah.
That is funny. That's funny once you really think about it. But I don't think it's gonna be somebody like. I think it's one of the off-brand players. Mm-hmm.
Craig Robinson,
I think it's Sheldon Rankins. Craig Robinson, somebody like that.
He's gonna be cool to practice player. Watch.
Where does Sheldon Rankins play for? Louisville.
Louisville.
Okay, so maybe Louisville, Florida State, ACC. Maybe that's the one. Maybe Big Rank is his own boy.
Maybe so. Maybe Janoris Jenkins and him or something like
that. What's that little bitty boy name? That's always talking shit. He might kick it with him.
The little bitty boy who always talking shit. I don't know.
The little funny, he 40, but he on like 12 or something.
Kevin Hart?
Oh,
no, the little boy always talks to the Saints.
He talking about little Jarius.
Oh, Jarius.
Yeah, that kid. Maybe them two are kicking.
Why you stupid? He said Jarius confused. Imagine that come out that Jameis Winston hang with that man all the time. Jameis and Jarius.
Nah, imagine come out the tunnel. He come out the tunnel. He come out the tunnel with that man his arm picking it with that man his arms packing that man through the tunnel.
Oh, cop and a half, quarterback and a half.
Yeah. Kindergarten quarterback.
Hey, that'll be insane. Hey, man, one time for the Patriots for selecting a white supremacist kicker. That's what they did this week. So one time for the NFL for continuing to be tone deaf about everything, man. But that's all. Listen, that's all I got this week, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? Keep up with everything that we're doing in the network, man. Drop us $2, $ BFW Aldo. Sewing our business. Even if I don't do lace fronts, only if I do sew-ins.
Or braids.
Or braids, or micro, whatever. Twist outs.
Washing goes.
But until next time, man, y'all have a great weekend.
Bow.
Make it a best friend week.
Bow.
And we out.
Bow, 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 bow.
And we out here. Stallion, he said, I heard all the best things in life come to you for free. I said, baby, you ain't never met no bitch like me. He said, I heard about your money. I ain't think you was a freak. I invited all these bitches and they popping it for me. Work out, pull out, work out. I took his money, then I burn out. Ayy, skirt out. Fucking with me, you gonna get turn out. Worked out. Now bend it over, blow your back out, make him tap out. Bow, bow, bow. Because you got Los to do that part. Loving my pimping. He made me his lady. I'm driving a Porsche with a bitch named Mercedes. All of these niggas be begging for pussy. Ain't giving it to him. I'm making them pay me. I'ma finesse him. I'ma romance him. He got in this pussy and shook like a dancer. I need a boo with a big old rooster to come up to the coop and then ruffle my feathers.
That's a very famous verse.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Nasty nonetheless.